Welcome back to Petflix. I'm Tricia Plovey with Canine Companions Rescue Center and the host of Petflix. Canine Companions Rescue Center is a nonprofit 501c3 corporation founded in 2004 for the purpose of working with the community and area animal control agencies to promote the adoption of dogs without families, basically. It is our goal to rescue dogs with good family potential, and if our adopters and our awesome dogs are both happier after the match, then we've completely done our job. Our special guest this week is Ellie Bronson, and she is the marketing scout for Camp Bow Wow of Clarkston. So Ellie, welcome to the show.
Thank
we really
you.
appreciate you being on.
Of course.
And you've brought some friends with you, which our audience will see a little bit later. But I wanted to find out if you could give us an overview of kind of what Camp Bow Wow does, how you yourself got involved. That'd be great.
Yeah, certainly. So basically for Camp Bow Wow, we're a boarding facility that also has daycare. We're basically like a school for dogs. All the dogs love to come there, they have fun, they hang out, and our goal is to let them hang out in an open environment with behavior monitoring. Okay. So it really works for them.
Nice.
And I got into Camp Bow Wow probably about a year and a half ago. My own dog started going there, and I really loved the people. They were so friendly. So I said, you know what? I want to go into this field. It's a great place to start.
Excellent. So. Good. I know I've taken my dog there before too, and it's just a great place, and we've done events together with Canine Companions and your organization. Now, what type of services beyond the daycare? So taking your dog there, maybe walk us through that a little bit. Like, can you take your dog there for multiple days, for just a couple hours? How does that work?
Yeah, for sure. So basically we get to know your pet, and after a while, people just come on in, drop them off, and they're here for the day to play. So along with the daycare, we do grooming as well. We have a groomer. He's wonderful. He's one of like best of the best in Clarkston. He's great. As far as boarding goes, a lot of people do that in the summertime. They go on vacations. During the holiday season, we have a lot of dogs as well. And we feel bad when the owners are away. They can't celebrate their holidays with them. So we always try to make them a part of the family. We'll dress them up in little bunny ears or little like Santa outfits, and the owners really enjoy that. So
I'm sure the dogs enjoy that quite a bit.
It's quite fun.
Excellent. And do they all have like their own, quiet space to go to when they're done playing in the yard and things like that?
For sure. So they've all got their, we call them cabins, and they've got little cots in there. They've got water, food, toys, whatever you guys want to bring. We've even opened Christmas presents with the dogs at Christmas time. So we try our best to go out of our way for them.
Very nice. And how is the food provided?
Yeah, so basically owners provide their own food only because it's much easier on the dog's stomach if they come in with their own food.
Sure.
We do have food available for dogs who may not necessarily bring their food with them, but we do prefer they bring their own.
Okay. Excellent. And any upcoming events that you want to talk about with Camp Bow Wow?
Yeah, so we usually do a lot of the Santa pet photo stuff. So I believe December 2nd we do have an event coming up then. Our times are usually from 10 to 3, but I would go ahead and check on the Camp Bow Wow Facebook page, and there will be more updated times then. So.
Okay, great. I think one of my favorite events that you guys hosted was the doggy wash, where people could bring their dogs and you washed them outside and everything.
That was a lot of fun.
That was, definitely. And I also think that you are going to show us some ways to introduce dogs together, and then some behavioral, I guess not issues, but behaviors to watch in your dog.
Exactly.
So if we could transition to that, that would be great. Okay, so you are going to show us some tips on introducing dogs and then behavior to watch for.
I am. So one of the first things we watch for really at camp, when dogs play in an open environment, we really watch the way they're standing with their muscle tone. So my trick is, so if you hold your hand out like this, you can do this at home as well, we can demonstrate fluidity, which is the way their muscles move. So like a wave, this is a dog he's calm, he's relaxed, he's just walking normally. A dog who is scared or fearful is going to move much more like a jagged wave. They're going to be more rigid and tense and ready to spring. So we really watch for that. As far as introducing dogs, it's best if you go on group walks. So if you have a dog like a foster dog at home, most likely most foster parents have many dogs. So if you have one at home already, if you have anything of the dog, such as Cash's leash, for example, you could bring it in the house, let your dog sniff it. If you want, you can take them into a neutral environment, which will kind of allow them to get together a little more easily. When dogs, good boy. When dogs are, yeah, right. When dogs are at home, they've kind of got their own little territory set up. So when another dog comes in, they're going to be, hey, I'm a little scared. I'm not quite sure who you are. So if you put them in a neutral environment, such as outdoors, stay away from their potty area because they can still smell that too. Okay. So maybe like out in the front lawn, something like that. introduce the dogs. Don't force them to go head on, only because head on is the most fearful thing you can do for a dog. Kind of let them come up to each other. They usually do the butt sniffs. That's how they get all their information. And then after that, if you want, a group walk would work really well. So let's get Moose up. Come on, Moose.
Come on, Cash.
Come on, Moose. Come on, buddy. All right, so if you're walking with another dog on the street, make sure that your leash isn't too tense, because the dogs have a leash language. So if I'm tense, there's another dog, I'm going to tense my leash and say, come on, let's go. I would not do that. Okay. What I would do, make the leash slack, stand in between your dog and the other dog. That way your dog does not defend you, and say, come on, Moose, let's go. Let's go. All right. And just like that. So they can sense your fear, your heart rate increases, stuff like that. So just remain calm, try to divert their attention somewhere else, and that works best. And especially with the group walks as well. So if you have a new foster dog in the family, come here, buddy. Make sure that when you walk, they are either at your side or behind you. That way they know, hey, you're in charge, I'm going to be the one leading them around, telling them to go left or right. If you have a dog who walks in front of you and your foster dog is also here walking in front of you, they're not going to know any order in the pack. You want to make sure that they're all level with you or behind you. Okay.
That's great feedback. Excellent. So how did you introduce these two today? Because I understand they met for the very first time today.
They did. So today we did have a little bit of hesitation with Moose today. So Cash had entered Moose's space, which, like I said, you know, dogs have their own territories. Moose wasn't really sure about that. He's like, I'm not sure who you are. His hackles stood up, especially when dogs' hair stand up from the shoulder all the way to the back of the tail. That means that they're really nervous. They might be ready to pounce. Okay. You okay there, buddy? So what we did is took them all outside. I gave them treats. I made them do tricks. That way they knew that I was in control and I was the boss. Okay. After that, we did go on a walk, which really tired them out. And right now they're getting along really well. So tired dogs are happy dogs.
Excellent. That is great feedback as well. And for someone that fosters often, that's great feedback on introducing them together to make sure there aren't any issues. So good. And then how can people get a hold of you if they are interested in learning more about Camp Bow Wow and the services you offer? Yeah, so campbowwow.com, USA, Clarkston. We also have a Facebook page as well, so be sure to check that out. We post some cool events and stuff on there. Yes. And be sure when you go on the Camp Bow Wow website, type in your zip code and we will pop right up for you. Excellent. Thank you. And I really appreciate you bringing these gentlemen today. And thank you for explaining all of that to us. It was very important information. Thank you for having me. So our pet tip of the week this week is be careful of what you feed your pet. And this was particularly close to my heart this week because a friend of mine accidentally, his pug got into some food and the food had onions in it. And after 2 days at the vet and a lot of money later, the dog did not end up making it. So some of the foods that can be dangerous for your pets are chocolate. I think we've all heard that time and time again. Xylitol, which is found in gum, in certain candies, avocado, which I was a little bit surprised made the list, onions and garlic, of course, and grapes and raisins are just a few. But if you Google toxic foods for dogs, it will give you a whole list of things that you may not have thought could be dangerous for your pet. Our featured dog this week is Tara, and Tara is my current foster. So she is a 2-year-old pit mix. You'll see her on the camera. She's absolutely gorgeous. She recently gave birth to puppies, and she and her puppies are seeking their forever home. So Tara is a super sweet, she's extremely affectionate. She is completely potty trained. She knows basic commands, how to sit. She knows no. She loves her tummy rubbed, and she thinks she's a lap dog. So whenever you sit down, she climbs into your lap. But she's great, and she will be available in the next week for adoption, as will her 2 puppies. Our 2018 calendars are still available. In our calendar, you will find over 140 adorable dog photos throughout the calendar. And for more information on the calendars, you can reach out to us at ccrcdogs.com. We also have an upcoming event called Merlot for Mutts, which is November 15th from 6 to 9 at the Fieldstone Winery in Rochester. At that event, you'll get a souvenir wine glass, appetizers, and 8 different tastings. We hope to see you there. And then we also have Tinsel and Tails, and that will be at Harrison's Furniture Store in Clarkston. on November 18th. That will be from 10 to 6. They'll have refreshments. We'll have a puppy kissing booth. Who wouldn't want to come out for that? That's from 12 to 5. And then adult beverages from 6 to 8. And then, of course, you can come and see us at Petco every Sunday from 12 to 4. Even if you just want to stop by and say hi and give the dogs some loving and some pets, we'd love to see you there. So thank you for tuning in to Petflix today. We really appreciate you, and we hope that you will tune in next time for other exciting events, pet tips, and of course our Pet of the Week. Thank you so much.